Hello, wonderful people. Welcome back to Coffee Over Apples. My name's Steph. This is Sherry, my best friend. Say hi.
Hey, y'all.
Hey. We are at a maze. This is going to be a weekly reading vlog, and we're going to start off at a farm. I'm going to take you along with us in between the stuff that we're reading and doing, and we're about to go get lost. Woo!
Change the world.
On we go.
Hello. Hello. I don't have anything. I'm sorry. Up. I don't have anything. I'm sorry.
That would be me. The one eating the hay like that? Yeah. Making life harder than it has to be. Your girl.
My little cutie. Hey there. Hey you guys, so it is the next day and I'm just going to update you really quick. So the way this vlog is going to work is I did a lot of farming this weekend, lots of farm time. So I'm going to update you throughout this week about how my reading is going, and then I'm going to flash you some awesome clips that I got from our farm adventure. Right now it is Sunday and I am currently in the middle of multiple books. So I started Tokyo Ghoul Volume 2, Tokyo Ghoul Volume 2, so second season, second volume. I'm also finishing up an arc that I got called Botanical Art Techniques, and it's a book for artists to get tips, inside tips from botanical illustrators as to how to make more realistic paintings. And so far it's actually really fantastic. It's giving me some insight to using materials that I don't usually use, which is pretty nice. And then I'm also 50 pages into 2 textbooks, and I need to start another textbook this week for my grad course on Holocaust and Genocide Studies Humanitarians course, this one focusing on the Holocaust specifically. And then I'm also in the middle of another arc called Monstre, which is a horror story. So far there's these really messed up, doom looking otherworld demons coming out here and cutting everyone in half. It's pretty awesome in that sense too. Gruesome, Halloween season, I love it. And what else am I reading? I also started the 14th Dalai Lama manga biography. I mean, so far it's really cute. I hope that there's more manga biographies, because this is a great way to learn about history. And if there are, then I intend to keep reading manga biographies. But yeah, so I'm going to update you throughout the week. So sometimes you'll see me in the present, sometimes you'll see me at the farm. But yeah, right now I'm getting ready to go out to dinner. I am editing a video for you guys, and yeah. Ooh. All right, see you in a bit. Hi friends! Alright, update. So I just finished filming the announcement video for my new manga book club with a couple of my online buddies. Today's Monday. I went back to school. It was okay. I guess everyone had Monday brain, including me, because I was struggling to keep up with everything and the kids were having a hard time waking up and, you know, all that good Monday stuff, but that's okay. As far as reading update, I finished Botanical Art Techniques, which was an arc that I got off of NetGalley, and I actually enjoyed it. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars because it had a lot of different watercolor and color pencil techniques for creating botanical illustrations. And I do a lot of botanical illustrations. As you can see, I'm in my studio right now, and a lot of my paintings are, like here's a painting I did of a fish. A lot of my paintings are nature-based. So it was helpful in teaching me some skills and techniques that I hadn't really thought about before, being that watercolor and color pencil is not my chosen medium. I am a acrylic painter. So yeah, I thought it was really helpful. I actually want to buy a copy for myself because there were a lot of reminders in there about color theory and the science of art that I think are good refreshers for anyone, because everyone, even if you're a professional at what you do, it's always good to have a refresher. So I think I'm going to end up buying this book at some point, maybe for my birthday. It's not till next year, or Christmas, I don't know. But yeah, and then I started reading I Am Malala, the memoir or story of Malala Yousafzai, and oh my goodness, it's so sad. I mean, I'm only on the first chapter, and she's such a sweet little girl, and the fact that, you know, she was targeted because her father started an all-girls school, and because he advocated for education in a country where women's education is not valued and having a daughter is generally not valued. And so she was shot by the Taliban simply for being a girl and for trying to get an education and for what she symbolized. So that's where I'm at so far. I like that the prologue was narrated by Malala, even though the rest of the book doesn't seem to be. It's switched narrators, but that's okay. Hopefully the epilogue is narrated by her as well. So right now I'm going to go study, and then I'm going to read some more books. So let's look at some more farm stuff, and then I'll update you later. Who needs a gym membership? Not you! Wait, I'm gonna get you standing in front of it.
Where's the food?
I'm sorry! I don't have any food.
Chief, that ain't it. Where's the food?
Hey, over here. What do you think?
No?
Alright.
He's like, no.
I think so.
Alright, it's hot actually.
It's hot. Oh, it's hot. Yeah, it is.
Oh, it's hot. There you go. Woo!
Oh, it's warm.
Good morning, everyone. It is another beautiful day, and I'm in my car. About to start the day at work. I'm just waiting for the front door to open. However, I am going to give you a quick update. So I am about 12% into Malala, and oh my goodness, it's so hard-hitting talking about her culture and the history of the Swat, and how the Pushtun culture end up joining Pakistan after a few wars, their war with China, their war with Russia, invasion by Britain, all these things that ended up influencing their culture. And the part that got me the most interested was when I was talking about women's rights and how her family was treated differently because they believe in their girls getting an education. So in their culture, it's very common for girls to stay home, girls to be illiterate. The boys are the ones who are allowed to go out and play, and when it's meal time, you know, if they're eating a chicken, the men get the breast or the more filling meat, and the girls get the wings and the side pieces. So it's just a small example of that. but it's things like that make me so angry, especially as an educator, and especially as being one of the first females on both sides of my family to get an education. Education means a lot to me, especially advocating for women's rights. So that's hitting me a little close to home, but I'm loving it. She's making some really strong points and explaining how the Taliban came to power, or came to be, in her country, and why it is that they ended up targeting her and shooting her, even though before that they had never targeted a female before, because they were not usually, or not that they hadn't targeted a female, but that they'd never gone out of their way to shoot a little schoolgirl before, because they're not usually considered a threat. So how did she pose a threat to their ideals? Another update is I am studying for my grad class, reading War and Genocide, and oh my god, these, like, I'm only like so many pages in. I've got quite a few tabs here, but just learning about the history and talking about how it is that wars come to be, and how genocides come to be, and how every event in history is always preceded by another linking event. And so we learn about the Holocaust, and talking about how, yes, many history books are focused on the Jews and how the Jews were millions, estimated between 6 to 10 million, or some number of that nature, were killed. But predating that, some of the first victims of the gas chambers and all of these other atrocities were large groups of gay men. Gay men were the focus, and also people with disabilities. So trying to eradicate disabilities from the population by sending people with any disability into these chambers, and like thinking that that would solve this thing that they've deemed a problem, like as if people with disabilities, one, are a problem and shouldn't exist. And oh my god, I was so angry. But it's so fascinating to learn about this and to learn what these motivators were and how people justify it. And the key, I'm finding a key between Malala, between War and Genocide, and also from when I read Just Mercy during my last reading vlog, and that it starts with education, and how much education reform is so essential. Because, for example, in Malala, she was talking about how a lot of young boys who were being groomed for the Taliban and for these wars were being taught arithmetic using analogies from battle. So if you have 10 bullets and you shoot 5, how many bullets do you have left? That's just like, it blows my mind that anyone would insert propaganda of such an extreme nature into a child's education. But this really makes me want to read another book that I've had on my physical TBR, which is called The Teacher Wars. It's about the battle in education for what should be taught and how it should be taught, and how states, especially it focuses in America, but how states have been working towards making getting your teaching license slightly more rigorous, which it was rigorous when I did it, and it's more rigorous now since I've gotten my license. But I don't blame them for that, because I've met so many people who look at educators as babysitters, and I've met so many people who either went into education themselves because they thought it was something easy to do after they retired from their other career, like as if this isn't a career. And also I've met people who have had just crappy teachers, and so they believe that the education system is broken, and I don't blame them for that experience, you know. But that has kind of led in another way to the teacher shortage. Like right now, I learned the other day that yes, we're in a pandemic and it's causing all these ripples, but I mean, New York is 10,000 teachers short. So what's going to happen to all those kids if they can't find educators that want to teach them? And then it goes into a cycle, like that goes into how we don't get paid enough and all these other things, and how, you know, our profession is on the same level of challenge as lawyers and doctors, and yet we are underpaid. But that's a whole nother rant. Not going to do that here. So, yeah, I'm loving my reads. I'm super interested. This is blowing my mind. It's a lot of information to process. If I finish any of these books this week, I will be happy because they're very dense. So, here's some more fun stuff. Talk to you later. I want to do hard. I want to get lost. I want to never come out. Hello, wonderful people. Happy Monday. I completely forgot to finish recording this vlog on Saturday. This was supposed to be a week vlog, but I guess it's going a little bit over. So I am at work and I just wanted to take a second to update you so I can close out this vlog and how my reading went. So I finally began working on my punishment for this month's TBR game, and my punishment was to finish a DNF'd book. So I picked up Children of Blood and Bone again, and I'm almost done with it. There's like 530 pages I want to say, and I'm about 350, so about 200 more to go. I'm struggling. There's a lot of things about this book that I didn't like. There's some things that I did appreciate. I appreciate the social commentary, but like I should probably make a whole video about how I feel like this book copied Star Wars Episode 7 and 8. And I looked it up, and Star Wars Episode 7 came out in 2015, Episode 8 came out in 2017, Children of Blood and Bone came out in 2018, and there's so many events that are very similar. It's just changed around the characters and the location. Coincidence? I don't know. This is just how I feel. Everyone's entitled to feel the way that they feel. So for that reason, I feel like it's very unoriginal, especially with the love interest, the romance. All the romances here feel forced. None of them feel organic. The enemies to lovers is not working in this scenario for me. Definitely not. Yeah, no. It's all happening way too fast. But I'm going to finish it. Today is the 28th of September. We have about 3 days left in September. So my goal for the rest of September is to finish Children of Blood and Bone, and hopefully finish Monstre, because I've been really enjoying that read, but I just haven't been able to pick it up because I have too much other stuff going on, like homework and schoolwork and all those other things, and I figured, I have to give my punishment priority, so wish me luck on that. But I guess for this vlog, if you count it, I finished Ghoul Read Volume 2, I finished Botanical Art Techniques, I finished Tokyo Ghoul Re yesterday for the JP Litathon, which is a Japanese appreciation readathon, hosted on Twitter and Instagram, so please check that out. I guess I'll leave a link below for that in the description. But yeah, that's where we're at. So I finished 3 books, and then I finished half of Children of Blood and Bone, and I want to say I'm a little over halfway with Monstre. So would that count as 4 books? I guess that's what that would count as. Okay guys, let me know if you're enjoying these vlogs, because I don't know, I feel like I'm getting better at this. It just took a little bit of practice. So I feel like weekly vlogs might be just a thing for me. I hope you enjoyed the farming clips and all the cute little animals from my farming trip. And yeah, Also, don't forget, if you want to join me for 2 book clubs, I have a sci-fi book club, and I will post the announcement link for that. And I also have a manga book club, and I will post the announcement link for that. So if you would like to join any of those book clubs with me and a few other awesome booktubers, please feel free to join us for our live shows that are on October 18th and 24th. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye!